Alright then, bitches and gentlemen, we are here for the Baguette Grand Prix. Obviously, France, or the Frenchy Grand Prix, whatever you want to say. It's the land of the Zacks, it's the land of the memes. Like us joking about Zach, because he sucks. And yeah, here we go, loading into the lobby. I'm just going to share the stream for the lads in the Discord. Here we go. Alright, and I'm also going to do a radio check. Alright, radio is working, we should say. Let's get some lab data, not telemetry, fuck that. Track map and tire. Alright then, so final round of the FRL season, the most goated season of all time here on the F1 2021 game. And after this race we'll be finally done with this horrific game. So yeah, my prediction is a huge sack bottle. I think he's gonna lead at some point and then just go and spin or something. And look at that, we caught him on stream doing some interesting lines. Which is not, you are not allowed to do this, so I mean, why shouldn't he, to be fair? It's the final race of the season. Maybe I'll just let him go. But yeah, we'll ride along with Zach then, because he will be the first one to start a lap, because yeah, the track is tailored to his driving style, which is basically all straights, because he can't turn. As he is weaving on the straight, and it's a straight, which you only need to drive forward, but of course Zach is doing Zach things. But yeah, so Kazizel on the goated strategy on the intermediates here. We can clearly see it's intermediate conditions, and I think everybody else is just bottling at this point. But yeah, now let's see Zach, final corner now. How will he start his lap? Yeah, going very missing the apex there, but anyway, he has started. Let's ride along with him now. You want to use all the curb on the right hand side of the track, which he does nicely there. I can't see if he hits the apexes, but he hasn't invalidated yet, which is a good sign, which is also rare for Zach. But here we go then, this corner and this corner, I guess. Yeah, gotta get a fast sector 1. Now let's see this time in sector 1, 21.9. Alright, so you want to go deep here and use all the track available on the exit and cut the inside corner for the straight. And here we go. Now it's just a straight line, which Zach likes the most. Coming now down to the chicane, cuts the curb on the inside, touches the curb on the inside again. And here we go then. What will his sector 2 be? 49.3. Purple sector 2, but of course he is the first one to set a lap time. And I'm just going to do something real quick. Alright, we're back. So sorry I didn't commentate, but let's be honest, it's Zach's lap, no one really cares. Here we go then, final corner. All you have to do is to accelerate to the line. Let's see what he gives us. 29 flat. I have no idea if that's quick, but Ginger will be the next one. I don't know. Welcome Dab to the stream. I have no idea what you mean with Ale Combs, but I guess it's something with something French. And here we go then. Knuf has not invalid, abandoned his lap. Mark, I believe, is the next set lap time. Now Mark is usually on ABS, but we over here at FRL we're not pussy, so we made him turn it off. And yeah, we can clearly see he's driving very goated lines right now. Will he beat the goated Zach? He does not. 29.5. A shocker really for Mark. And Petuka has invalidated. Martin has invalidated. Jerome, although Jerome P3 on the mediums, only 1/10 and no, like almost 2/10 behind Mark, but of course he's on the mediums and he's doing interesting lines as well. Oh yeah, you cut the corner, but you took those lines good, alright. That totally redeems you, alright. And look at Petuka also driving some excellent racing lines here, which is completely allowed by the rules. Yeah, so alright, Ginger. No, he's actually on an outlap, but we'll ride, I think Jerome is the next one. I'm not sure. Maybe Blue Racer, or it's actually it's Martin. Alright, Martin starting a lap. FVR driver, but I have no idea about his pace. I'm not gonna try to stalk him just yet. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So here we go then. Turn 1. Use all the curve as usual, as you should do. Not to run wide here, which he does not. I think it's important to get on with the lap first, and then you can try to push a bit more. Yeah, he uses all of the track, cuts the corners nicely there. Goes, let's see if he'll go deep here, which he does perfectly. Really pushing hard on this lap, and he is a purple sector 1. Now let's see, does he get any slipstream? He does not. At least nothing effective, and there's 2 cars blocking him at the moment, but Red Bull gets out of the way not so nicely. Where did they go? Oh, they both went to the outside, and look at that. Martin has invaded his lap time, so I think he's very mad on Kyle and Shizou driver Kai. And we have cones. Oh, that's what he meant. Alright, so Dab, you were cheering on cones here. We got the fastest lap time at the moment, 28.8. Now let's see this washed up pad driver. What will he do today? And as Feral Fury, another washed up pad driver, puts a 1 minute 31.7. Not very quick. Let's see now. Coming on the back straight here. I think it's the back straight. The first DRS straight, we'll call it that. Coming on the DRS straight. Misses the apex just a bit. You want to use as much of the curve as possible, but he missed it. But he gets a good exit. Keeps it tight to the inside. Now let's see. Up the hill. Taking this fast corner, you want to use the curve, which he does not, because pad sucks. There you go. Want to downshift slowly, come into the corner, and then accelerate, which he does very nicely. You got a good line through there. You want to be on the throttle as soon as possible. Want to keep it to the right now, and then jank it to the left, which he does. And here we go then, the final corner is finished and he's on the start finish straight. Let's see, what will he do for us? 29.2. So he got out qualified by Zach at the moment, which means basically that either Zach is a god or everybody else is shit. Yeah, so Luis there in the chat cheering on his buddy, I guess. And look at Kazizel, these goated drifting lines. This is what Shizou quality drivers give you, man. Look at that. He had to make like 2 360s before he could actually get the car in the right place. What a goat. Shizou be signing quality drivers, man. Anyway, Jerome has invalidated, unfortunate for him. I took your dogs as actually... Yeah, RL Ferg is not in here, Josh. And I took your dogs has put a 1 minute 31.7. So yeah. And Patuka has invalidated, but he's pushing, so maybe just trying to go back to the pits here. And oh, very horrendous lines through there, I have to say. You can't stutter in text, Josh. Anyway. Jerome. Still on an invalid. Maybe invalidated again. No DRS open. So just making it back. And here's... Hello, Indigo. It's a shame you're not racing today. Oh wait, you're never racing here. And Blue Racer coming up with his excuses. So yeah, we all do that sometimes. Oh shit, wait. Ferg was in here. My bad, Josh. When did he join? Yeah, Indigo, you should have been you commentating and I racing, but here we are. And Jerome goes for another lap. Let's see if he will not invalidate, which is I doubt that, but let's see. You can't stutter in text, Josh. Stop. Alright, Blue Racer referring to its TT time. This is qualifying online, mate, not TT. Anyway, we'll continue. Let's see, Jerome. Will he... Oh, he already ran wide, but the game is very humble today and didn't give him an invalidation for some reason. That's rigged. Anyway, DRS not activated. So he's just doing countless laps, getting some practice in. And... that's just dumb. No one practices for this race. Anyway, let's get some time checks up here. So Martin has put it in P3 with a 129 flat. So he still hasn't. No one has still outqualified Zach except Cones. So everybody on this grid is basically garbage. Let's go. I think to Red Bull. No, that's. Oh, never mind. Knoof is as invalidated. Let's go back to Mark. Mark doesn't produce great lap times, but I'm sure us turning off ABS for him will produce some great entertainment today. Here we go then, through the long right-hander. Alright, no lock up, but he was a squirrely rear there at the exit of that corner, but misses the apex completely there. Coming, and yeah, now he's just driving like he's handicapped. Alright, think Kyle is the next one to set a lap time. Here we go. 29.2. That's a P5 for Kyle. Man, Zach is still ahead, huh? And he's still taking these interesting racing lines. Alright then. And look at Kyle just... I mean, Zach is a bad influence on Kyle. Now Kyle is doing it as well. Anyway, let's take a look at this goated Shizou driver. No, he will not. He aborts his lap. And to be honest, he wasn't really that goated. Anyway, we'll move on. We've received a great amount of comments already, which is nice. Indeed, Finlay, league bans indeed. These driving lines are not humble. We don't tolerate these stuff. Anyway, look at Blue Racer now. He has come up with excuses in the chat, so let's see if he will need them or not. It looks like he will. It looks like a very slow time here. Or actually it wasn't that slow. 29.3 I should say. P6. Not that bad. Considering everybody else is just around that pace. Except Cones, 2/10 clear of Zach. Here we go then, Ariel driver Ferg. Now Ariel don't have the cleanest driving standards, so we'll have to look out for them. But let's continue now with Ferg in the final sector. How will it take this corner? Josh is rooting for him in the chat, so let's see, will Ferg deliver? He's in a his teammate is a Shizou driver, which, I mean, Red Bull are not going to score many points today. Look at that mighty lockup coming into the final corner. And DRS open. Let's see, what will Ferg give us? It's a 19.3. Didn't... Yeah, not even a top 5 for Ferg, so... I think he can do better. I'm not quite sure. But look at Blue Racer, so goated. 5 place grid penalty for Feral Fury for a collision with Petuka. And this tells me... No, this confirms what I was saying, that RL's driving standards are not the best, as we can see. Jerome still continuing and invalidating. I don't know why. Here we go then, Knoof, FVR driver. We all know Knoof has some great pace. And yeah, he missed the apex, but let's just ignore that. Here we go then, gotta get a good exit. Misses the apex here again, runs deep, but as you should, so nothing wrong with that. Let's see, how will he take this upcoming chicane? His McLaren teammate Ariel Giron is slowing down massively, causing a yellow flag. I don't know what exactly happened to him. Now, good exit from the chicane, and yeah, Blue Racer is surprised to be P6, so good for you qualifying that high. But yeah, well, we are focused on Knoof now. Let's see. And that's not an invalidation. God damn it. The game is very humble today. That has to be an invalidation. It is. He ran too wide and he will be coming into the pits, I think. No, he continues with the lap. He wants the benchmark, or not. I don't know what they're doing. Cones, 28.5. Dominating, really. 5/10 ahead of Zach. And now... Oh, Feral Fury are doing some donuts. Is doing some donuts, I should say. Anyway, qualifying is over. So, the drivers will now set their final laps. And I want to check the one of the drivers, Miku, on the mediums. If he can get into the top 10 with those mediums, he might have a great chance of getting some decent points this on the race, because many of the drivers are on softs, and that will most certainly need a hard tire for the race. But if it's on mediums, it can most likely do softs. Let's see now, Miku, 131.1, so he gets qualifying P1 then. So no, strategy P1 I should say, which is in reality all that Miku can best with his driving skills. Alright. Here we are then, Martin challenging for pole. We have seen him taking some great lines today. Or in qualifying. That's an invalidation, I didn't even see. Yes, Finlay, it is indeed a win for Miku. And here you go then, Ginger. 128, nice, so finally someone else than Cones beats Zach. And the league owner doesn't get embarrassed. And here you go then, Mark on a shit lap as usual. Foul Fury on an invalidated. Jerome on his 7-lap old soft doing an entire stint. And now Kazizel has also fucked up because Shazoo, hello. Anyway, that is qualifying over then. I didn't even... So Ferg asked me for an invite in the Discord and I didn't see. But sorry mate. You know, I'm busy commentating, but yeah. Here we go then. We're just waiting for Cones to retire. There we go. And yeah, let's see the grid. Now remember that remember that FRL has a 5-position grid penalty thanks to Patuka. So if we see shit coming Patuka's way, that's why. Anyway, Cones P1, Ginger P2, Zach P3 for his home race, Martin P4, Kyle P5, Blue Racer P6, Ferg P7, Mark P8, Jeroen P9, Liam P10, Miku P11, Strategy P1, Feral Fury P12, I took your dogs P13, Jerome on his goated stint on softs P14, Knoof P15, Kazizel with his Shazoo driving P16, and Petuka the penalty giver P17. And here we go then. So we get getting some comments here from Blue Racer. It's funny that everyone has been crashing while I haven't got a single DNF all season. Well, you just jinx yourself, mate. You're gonna get a DNF this race, so good job. Here we are then. It's a dry race, thankfully, because last time I did a wet France, it did not end so well. Circuit. Yeah. So there's no waiting 1 minute or 2 minute rule in here. You just ready up when you go, and everybody else has to be quick with their things. So we'll be going very shortly. As you can see, it's 17 seconds. Oh, and I just saw that. And that's Zach spinning and also being disqualified instantly on the formation lap. He spun as the formation lap started. So well done, Zach. You're really starting your home Grand Prix in a nice way. But yeah, we'll continue then. So Kazizel got a 5-second grid drop. 5 place grid drop, and I missed that for some reason because I'm dumb. But he's on the hards for some reason. That's like the worst tire ever. But then again, I see many people on hards. That's many on hards actually. That's 1, 2, 5 people on hards. Free on mediums and rest of softs. Here we go then. This race really requires a lot of fuel, so the cars will be heavier than usual and will burn a lot of fuel during the race. That's how you say it, fuel. Anyway, and as you can see, my controller has drift stick lag. It keeps moving, so this is not the best of things for me, but we'll have to move on with our lives. Here you go then, Cones using all of the track to warm his tires, even the outside part of it. And now we'll see 3 cars doing unspeakable things. We're not gonna look at that. Anyway, oh no, they're still doing it. Alright. So, it's pretty pad OP starts here, so I don't expect Zach to stay where he is, but best of luck to him. He also has cold ass tires, 70 degrees I would guess, and yeah, they're now lining up. Here we go. Final car is now in its grid position soon. There we go. Here we go then. How do you... can I get a different view? There we go. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. It's lights out and away they go. It looks like Cone's got a good start, but Ginger got a better one. Here we go then, side by side into turn 1. Let's see, will Ginger make the move on Cones? He does, look at, he does move. Yeah, he went round the outside and then down inside. That's a blue racer spinning in the exit of turn 2, but we'll continue now. So bunch of things happening, and look at that, we have Liam as other drivers 3 wide almost. Liam cutting the track, and that's a 5-second time penalty, and Jerome getting wide, going wide and losing some positions, and that's Kazizel already ahead of Jerome. Kazizel has gained 7 positions, Farrell has gained 3, and now they're still side by side now coming into the chicane. Will the Red Bull of Kazizel go down the inside? No, the Red Bull stays ahead of Kazizel there, and I think, look at that, Mark has already lost his wing, typical for REL drivers. Anyway, we'll continue. Martin and Cones are swapping positions. Yeah, that's how you say it. Anyway, and Cones has the inside, which is ideal for this, but can Martin hang it round the outside? It seems that Cones has to leave him room. Cones still on the inside. Will he stay ahead? And there's some lag, and there goes Cones ahead of Martin. But now will Martin make a switchback? Almost, but he does not. Now can he make a switchback? He will have the slipstream, but then again Cones also has a slipstream of Ginger. Ginger is leading a Grand Prix in the league he owns, so yeah, in the final race of the season as well. Well, drivers are one after another. Beautiful indeed, Finlay. And Mark has retired, so giving up already, which is absolutely disgraceful to do in a FRL race, because it's FRL, you have to drive. And there we go, Martin has spun on the entry of the DRS straight, I think. I don't know which corner it is, I'm just gonna say that. So there he is, slotting back into P8. I have no idea if there was some damage or some contact or whatever, but he's now down. Look at Liam hounding Mikoluzzi, who's 5 positions 5 positions ahead of his grid starting position. And now let's see, Liam and Martin going side by side with Mikoluzzi through the long right hander, and look at that, how deep, or no, how wide they went. And look at that, Liam still on the outside. Now Martin trying to make some positions back, and he gets through both Liam and Mikoluzzi. And look at that, Patuka sending it down the inside, capitalizing on that move by Martin. And here we go, Mikoluzzi losing some positions, or having to defend some positions, and there we go. Kazizel, oh actually, I think that's someone in the pits, Liam. is in the pits, and he has also retired. So that's a pit lane retirement. So we already have 2 retirements coming to the 3rd lap of the race. And look at that, Cones is not gonna let Ginger get away with this. He needs his position, and I just noticed Zach has lost a mighty amount of positions. He's P15. So yeah, my prediction was like half right. He has bottled his home Grand Prix. Anyway, here we go then. Cones down the inside of his, not of his rival. It's down of it. Well, down the inside of his current rival in the race. But yeah, that's moved on before the chicane. Now let's see. Petuka has made a move on Micheluzzi, and Kazizel might want to make a move out of that battle. Might want to capitalize on that battle, I should say. But nothing happening just yet. Both AlphaTauri not having the best of days as of right now, which is really the Zach effect. You know, being in the same team as Zach doesn't give you the best of opportunities. Here we go then. Cones has made the moves, and he has 7/10 on Ginger, but now the DRS will help Ginger stay in touch with Cones. Cones fastest lap 1:32.5. And let's see some position changes, shall we? Let's see. Interval. Here we go then. So Kazizel, 10 places. Biggest winner. Biggest loser is of course Zach. Yeah. And then we have Petuka 6 positions, Miku 3 positions, and Jerome P 4 positions along with Feral Fury. So many people have gained positions, and there we go. Ferg and Jerome has swapped places. Will Ferg send it back down the inside on Jerome? No, he will not. Yeah, let's go back to tire then. And now Kyle has ran wide, and look at that, Jerome capitalizing that instantly, getting the move out of Kyle. And look at that, now Ferg might want to capitalize on that. Ariel teammate helping Ariel teammate, but Kyle manages to break that Ariel sandwich. I think he is in Ariel sandwich now, I should say. And Jerome move on Knoof in the final sector. Good job from him. Now let's see. Jerome is really looking really feisty right now. He is on mediums and on P3, and Ginger has also lost the DRS to Cones. So now I suspect very soon that Jerome will make a move on Ginger. Meanwhile, Kyle is just hanging back, and we all know that Kyle is extremely lucky in his races. So no doubt we will see him on the podium today in somehow or another. Petuka doing Petuka things. He has spun and is in P15. There we go then. Jerome making the move on Ginger on the straight. Nothing too hard there. Of course, his Fanatec is helping him very much today, and I'm gonna ask him for his setup later. We'll move on. Look at that, Blue Racer ahead of Feral Fury, but Feral Fury gets a better entry to the chicane, but doesn't get a better exit actually. So Blue Racer manages to stay ahead for the time being, unless Feral Fury is gonna burn some ERS and try to make a move, but it does not look like that. But he's closing in, but not close enough. So Blue Racer is now ahead of Feral Fury. Alright. But then again, now look at that. Jerome has already closed the gap to Cones. Will he have the DRS on this pit straight? It does not. Start finish straight, I should say. But there's no doubt that Jerome has the pace to beat Cones as of right now. So staying in P9 and staying in P9 on those mediums and not qualifying on the softs was the right call, it seems, for Jerome. as he has more pace right now than Combs, and he is within a second. Hopefully he can stay within a second in the DRS detection point, which I think he has now. Coming into the DRS straight. There we go, DRS is open. He will be closing in 7 tenths, 6.5 tenths, 6 tenths, 5.5 tenths, 5 tenths, 4 tenths almost. But yeah, so now Jerome is a proper threat to Combs, and he has also dropped Ginger, who I think is going to get eaten up by Kyle now, as he does. Ginger is the one suffering as he doesn't have any DRS. But he has a lot of ERS, over 50%, meanwhile Kyle has 20. Sorry, I had to break away there. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. And yeah, Jerome is within 4 tenths. Coming into the DRS straight once again now. He gained around 4 tenths last lap. Now he's within 5 tenths. So, but he also has better slipstream now. So let's see, will he make the move? Will he make a dive? He's down the inside now, coming into the chicane. Uses the curve to extend the track, I guess, and goes round the outside of Combs. Excellent move there, and he is ahead of Combs on the mediums, which is ideal for Jerome. Let's see now. Nothing going on around the back, so no entertainment value. Sorry, guys. Let's ride along with Combs then. Can he keep up with Jerome? That's the question. Because if he can stay within that DRS, Jerome's mediums might not pay off as much as he would like to. Here we go then, locking up into the final corner, which is very easy to lock up actually. And Kyle has also made a move on Ginger, I just noticed. There we go then. Jerome really using the track, pushing very hard. And Ginger has a penalty, of course he has. And let's see, Combs has managed to stay within the second of Jerome, but Jerome is constantly pulling away. But now his gap will come down just a tiny bit, maybe 2-3 tenths. But I suspect Jerome will be able to push away from the 1 second. You just have to drive like you stole those tires. Stay ahead, and look at that, Jerome on the exit of the chicane has already pulled the gap from Combs, over a 1 second gap. No trouble for him there then. Now Jerome can just continue to extend his lead and pit, and will be comfortably ahead than these soft runners. Unless there is a safety car which will shake the grid up very much. And look at that, Combs into the pits now. Let's see, will he go on the mediums or hards? I think the mediums can make it, but I'm not sure if they are viable. Let's see, and there's also the Mercedes of Martin coming in as well with Combs. Let's see, here you go then. It's the mediums for Combs, and Martin also has the mediums, and Zach, I assume he'll also be coming in for the mediums, unless he does a sack thing and goes for the hards. No, he goes for the mediums. There we go then. 5 seconds, the gap between Ginger and Jerome. And Kyle very feisty, looking to make that move once again as Ginger has got him back. Here we go then, Kyle using his ERS in the DRS, on the DRS and in the slipstream, and is well ahead, and they're most importantly keeping Ferg behind. They don't want their slipstream fest to be interrupted by Ferg, who I think has a bit more pace. And look at that, Ginger getting a tank slapper on the exit of the chicane, and now Ferg goes down the inside of this long right-hander. It's important to give your rival room, and here we go, still side by side through this long right-hander, and that's Ferg getting the better line there, so he can accelerate before, and that's a move done, well done by Ferg. Let's continue, and yeah, the free drivers except Jerome are pitting, and they will be going to the mediums. Now will has Cones made a gap to them, which it looks like they have, as they're still in the pit, still changing tires, and now they're rolling down the pit lane. But look at that, Cones, a healthy lead over them. Or I think, yeah. So good strategy by Cones there, and yeah, hard runners are released, almost released. There's some medium runners in the way, but not ones are released. And here we can see Cones trying to make a move on Feral Fury. Of course, they're on different strategies, so I suspect this move will be very nice and easy. Yeah, down inside on the straight, nothing to worry about. Already ahead coming into the chicane. And yeah, lap 10 out of 27. It feels like this race will never end. So thanks guys for making this race very boring. But it is France, you can't expect much. Or actually Baguette land, as I would like to call it. Still have no idea what the hard runners are doing. And look at that, Jeroen 132.4, so setting fastest lap times now. As the fuel is coming down. Now I'm 100% sure someone will have underfueled their car, and can't wait to see who it is at the end of the race. Because this track really eats your fuel, and look at that, Cones 10th quicker than Jeroen, and that's a 132.3. So this tells Jeroen that that Cones is gaining on him a little bit, and Farrell got a penalty, but it's not very relevant. And yeah, Zizzle and Jeroen and Knuf are all close together, and these hard runners can still get a good position out of this race if they keep DRSing each other, because they need to pull a gap to those fresh medium runners who have to make it through slower traffic. Let's see, I don't know when the medium are supposed to pit. Let's see Cones. Oh, actually, let's see Patuca. He is very close to Feral Fury. And he's on a slower tire, but at this point maybe the harder tire is actually less worn than the medium and can be faster. Let's see. So Farrell going a bit deep, but getting a good entry to the final corner, and still misses the apex there. And here you go then, Patuca in the slipstream of Farrell with the DRS open, chooses the outside line coming into turn 1, but he is well ahead before the corner, and Farrell has to start back behind. Kyle beating Cone's lap, and that's actually Patuca spinning. He spun at the exit of turn 2. So all his work undone, and now Farrell is back ahead. I didn't even check that. I was looking at something else. Here we go then. Kazizel hunting down Knuf for that second spot. Of course, Knuf, Kazizel, and Jerome are all on the hards, and depending on how far Jerome can push those mediums, they might be able to come back at him. And now Martin has made a place on Feral Fury, so crucial for his tire strategy to make that move as soon as he can. And he'll be getting a bit of an oversteery moment there, but he'll be continuing. So there we go. Then Ginger also make a move, pushing Feral wide. Not very humble there, Ginger, wouldn't you say? We might start a civil war against Ginger in the FRL esports chat for not being humble. And there we go then. Feral Fury and Ginger still. No, I think it was Ginger or Kyle. Kyle is derating and he wants to go down inside. He does not want to lose Ginger and Martin. They're on the same strategy, but they have both overtaken Feral Fury. And look at that, Ginger getting yet another 3-second time penalty. That's 6 seconds. And now let's see, Kyle, will he make the move? No, he does not. Feral defends beautifully, but he makes a switch back. But still, Feral Fury is ahead of Kyle. Now though, Kyle will have the DRS and the slipstream, and I don't think he should use any ERS. But here we go then, down the inside of Feral Fury, and he is now released. He can fight back with Ginger and Martin, if he can catch back. So, yeah. And the gap between Cones and Knuf, Kazizel and Jerome is 9.5 seconds, which tells me that those Knuf, Kazizel and Jerome will have to do a huge stint on whichever tire they choose next to catch up and pass Cones, if that's what they want. Even Micheluzzi, Micheluzzi, although he is... No, actually, it's not Micheluzzi. He's on 13 lap medium, so he also needs to split. Never mind. Alright. Jerome with his Fanatec supremacy. Continuing on. I mean, it's really a high IQ move by Jerome. Buy a $1,800 wheel so you can dominate FRL. That's what true golds do, mates. But we'll be continuing on. I think the mediums are now falling a bit of pace because Knuf is slowly catching Jeroen again. So Jeroen might have to pit soon to a set of hards or softs. I don't know. Because he does not want that gap coming down. I think the hard runners will definitely go on softs because they can, I guess. The medium runner, I'm not sure. And here we are then. Martin, Ginger and Ferg all close together as Kyle got held up by Feral Fury and is now 2.3 seconds back. That, in that sense, Feral Fury has kind of ruined his race. And yeah, Blue Rays are throttling around along on those 6 lap old hards, which I think will go to the end. So let's see if we will overtake some medium or hard runners, having pitted way earlier. And I just got a text on my PlayStation saying that the battery level is low on my controller, which means I have to plug the USB cable in. Sack getting a penalty. Amazing stuff for the home hero. And Kyle Kyle gained 3/10 on the pack ahead of him, but then lost it on the DRS straight. So he has to be conservative now with his DRS. He can't use it, but he's already derating, so yeah, I kinda should have seen that coming actually. And look at that, Knuf is still gaining on Jeroen, so those hards becoming a faster tire at the moment. Mediums are falling off. Lap by lap, corner by corner. And soon Knuf will have gained a good amount of time back on Jeroen. And here we go. Mikko Luzzi, the first medium runner to pit. Which tire will he choose? It's the softs. So Mikko thinks the softs will go till the end of the race. I just think of a two-stop, which is dumb, but also that's a Mikko strategy, so who knows. Look at that. Jeroen in the background needs to make it within that second to the driver side of him to benefit of the DRS. As of right now, he's just burning through his ERS. And Knufak and Zizzle are also burning through their ERS. No, actually Jeroen has more ERS, and on the non-DRS straights he will be faster. There we go then, Patuka, Foul Fury. Foul Fury has lost positions and he's spun on the entry of the chicane. He got tapped. Or maybe he ran into someone. Or maybe he got turned into. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, Foul Fury lost 2 positions and look at that. That's Jeroen pitting. And he also got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But of course, it doesn't really matter that much for Jeroen as he has already won the FRL Season 9 Championship. So, I mean, it's only one division, but at least you won something, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna. We'll continue. So, now Jeroen, where will he come out? This is a great indicator for Knuf and Kazizel. He comes out only a few seconds behind Cones, Ferg, and Martin, Ginger, and Kyle. And this is really amazing for Jeroen because now he can use his softs, catch them, and pass them, and it's not even, the gap isn't that big even. Indeed, Finlay. There we go then. Jeroen, the FRL Season 9 champion, make a move on Kyle. Kyle is also derating, so that takes away a bit of his move. Yeah. Even though esport teams have eyes on him, we're really the go-to team here, and that's why he chose us, of course. No one wants to join a shitty team. Shazoo. Anyway. And there we go. Jeroen pitting on the softs, ready to go to the end. And now Kazizel and Knuf have to push really hard to try to keep the gap minimum, because now Jeroen will be closing in on those softs. Indeed, Finlay, indeed. Here you go then. Let's ride along with Martin actually. Martin, Ferg, and Ginger, and Cones actually. No, actually Cones did overtake Jeroen, but now Jeroen will be hunting him down like a hawk. And there you go, Jeroen, 3-second time penalty, so his practice stint in qualifying did not help with his consistency. We only have 9 laps, if I can count correctly. 9 laps left of this horrendous game that I have no trouble throwing in the bin with. Let's see now, will Kazizel and Knuf pit? Or will they extend? They are trying to extend. So they want even fresher tires at the end of the race. And yeah, they'll continue. And Ferg has made the move on Martin and Ginger. I thought he was behind them before, so I think, yeah, he has done a move on them. And Jerome now on the softs, 131.5. That's 8/10 faster than the, no, actually 7/10 faster than the previous time on the mediums. At least he's not wasting their potential right now. But now, of course, he's behind traffic. The slower pad driver of Ginger, and I think Martin is on pad. No, he's on wheel. Okay, so he's behind Ginger, who's on the pad. And yeah, let's see, will he be using his ERS? No, none of them are using ERS. So Jerome is trying to pick out his moment where he will overtake, which is ideal for him. He does not want to use his ERS, but look at now, use some ERS on the exit there, but doesn't try to overtake. Look at that, Ginger, Martin and Ferg are very close together, and I suspect there will be some position changes. Oh, look at that, how close Jeroen got. But yeah, he broke just in time not to run into him. Here we go. Oh, Knuf and Kazisel have, no? Yeah, they have pitted onto the soft tire. Cones is yet again leading a Grand Prix, but look at that, Jeroen is in his mirrors, and now he goes down the inside in turn 1, and Cones has to yield for Jeroen, as Jeroen is quite into the REL driving standards here. No, that was a fair move. I shouldn't have said that comment actually. But of course Cones had to yield a bit to let Jeroen through, or else there would have been a crash. And look at that, already 8/10 of a second, and you can see him derating. This will motivate Cones. You can see that Jeroen is derating, and he can still keep in with that 1 second, as he has way more ERS. But yeah, using some ERS and then turning it off, knowing that Jeroen is dumping his, and he has fresh softs. Look at that now, Martin. Oh, look at that, Jeroen is making a move on. Okay, where am I looking? Yeah, Jeroen made a move on Martin. Now he has Ferg in his sights. So the soft tires are really helping Jeroen right now. And if Jeroen could put the FRL tag in his name, we wouldn't be that mixed up between REL Jeroen and Jeroen. Disgraceful not having the tag yet. You have to put the tag in. Ron Zeus, you have to also explain yourself. Anyway, here we go. Oh, I also forgot. Jeroen has a time penalty, so Ferg will be trying to hold him up. But can only do that much, but then Ferg will try to stick within those 3 seconds so he can get the podium position. But for every lap that goes, those medium become slower, and the softs as well actually, so yeah. Here we go then, DRS activated in the slipstream. No ERS needed, down the inside coming to the chicane, and that's the move done. And yeah, he gets a good exit, and now Jeroen needs Martin and Ferg to battle, as he needs to build a gap. Then again, also Martin might not battle, as he knows that if he doesn't battle Ferg and he stays within Jeroen, they can both move up a position. And that's Fury getting a 3 second time penalty yet again. And Knuf getting one as well, which is not ideal. Okay, Zizzle and Knuf coming out in P7 and P8, or maybe even further back. And look at that, that's the Red Bull diving it down the inside of Ginger. And there you go, Zizzle made the move, but then decided to lift off as it was an unfair move. And look at that, Knuf capitalizing on Zizzle's lifting and making it ahead of him. Yeah, and now will he make a switch back on Ginger? It seems like he will do, coming into this thing. I don't know what it's called. Turn 3, turn 4. But there we go. Knuf ahead of Ginger. And look at that. Ginger spun Zizzle round. And I bet Zizzle is raging right now in the party. Yeah, he left. So Shizou driver not having the best of days as usual. But we'll continue. Here we go. Knuf swapping places with his FVR teammates. So might have to ask the FIA if that is legal, which it is. And look at that, Ginger getting yet another penalty. And I know I should stop saying look at that everything that happens. There you go. Most crucially for Ferg, Knuf and Martin is that Jerome hasn't dropped any of them. So this penalty is really hindering him. And look at that line. That's an interesting line, but it worked out for him. He got some tenths on Ferg. And yeah, we'll continue. 6 tenths, 7 tenths almost the gap. And now the DRS is on, and look at that, Knuf really not wasting any time here, going on the move, no, going for the move on the straight. And that's him ahead of Ferg coming, and I suspect also that Knuf will be making the move. Oh, look at, oh no, never mind. And I suspect that Knuf will be making a move on Jeroen also on this straight, as he is very close actually. And I also suspect that Ferg might capitalize on it. But let's see. So it will all be revealed here. Look at that. Knuf and Jeroen on the straight. Knuf with the DRS in the slipstream. Easy pass on Knuf. No, easy pass on Jeroen. And yeah, Ferg did not make anything of that move as it was on the straight. Although now Knuf might pull ahead of Jeroen, and if Jeroen can keep within that 1 second, can get the DRS away from Ferg. As Knuf is faster than both of them. I would like to say. Just being honest here, that's. And I just noticed that Ferg doesn't have any driver in his seat. Oh, he does. It's just without a helmet. So FIA will not be happy with him. And Jeroen has a 3-second time penalty, I think. Yeah, 3 seconds. Oh, look at that. Jeroen has an 8-second. So it was never on for him to finish on the podium. And yeah, now Knuf, look at that. Almost outside of the 1 second. And yeah, now outside of the 1 second. We have 3 more laps after this lap with the worst game in F1 history, except 14 and 15. And in all honesty, I want to sleep so badly. Well, we are continuing. Knuf is derating. He has made up some ground on cones, but he has a penalty as well. So let's see if Cones' tires will drop off in these final 3 laps, which I suspect they won't. Here we go then. Lap 25 out of 27 has been started by Jeroen, and let's ride along with Ferg. We want to see the view here. No, actually, we want to see. No, okay, none of them are providing good view as of right now, because they're all trash. Yeah, Ferg is driving without the head, so like any other FRL driver. And yeah, guess this is it then. I'm so tired and my voice hurts. God damn. Anyway, here you go. Ferg, will he make a move on Jerome? And he goes, he's faking it. Right, left, and left again. And right again? I don't know. Yeah. But that has allowed Martin to close up really good within a tenth. But Ferg uses some ERS and stays ahead, and also Martin has no ERS. Meanwhile, Ferg and Martin will make a move, but of course, Ginger will Ferg and Martin will move up a position, but Ginger will not, as he has 9 seconds, I believe. And there you go, Cones pits. Will he retire like last time? I hope he does not, because we really don't care if he retire or not as a reserve. And he does retire. That's a shame. Well, let's just say he was P2 then. Yeah, Cones is dying. It's very humble of him though to retire, as he is a reserve. Maybe we should offer him a drive in FRL Esports. Yeah, everyone behind Cones has gained a position, and this will mean that Ferg will get the podium. Unless Jerome indeed feels like he is too humble. Yeah. So McLaren 1-2, and I don't know the constructors battle. Yeah, me as well, Finlay, me as well. But I don't know, I haven't seen the constructors battle, but there was some teams. The constructors championship was up for grabs for 3 teams. I don't know if the McLaren team is one of them, but they have definitely done all they can to maximize their position in the constructors championship, because as of right now they are 1-2 and they have started the final lap. Let's see if they can keep that lap, but we'll continue with Ferg. See if he can make the move on track, because we all want to make the move on track. And there we go, Jeroen, another 3-second tire penalty. It's up to 11 seconds. Not ideal for him. He will lose, maybe even to Ginger now. Let's check Ginger's penalties. Yeah, it's 9 seconds. So it's a 2-second gap, and as of right now, he is with those 2 seconds to Jerome. So Jerome will drop, as of right now, 2 places thanks to his penalties. And look at that, Martin and Ginger make a move, and that's Martin and Ginger having a collision, and that's Ginger round. So sometimes the contact model does not do you justice, and in that way, actually, Martin and that collision helped Jeroen. He's not losing as many positions as he would, only 1 less. But here we go then. Jeroen has made it, had a brilliant drive. He's coming to finish the race and also finish the game off in style with the P1 there. Yeah, that's the one. And Knuf completes the 1-2 for the McLaren team. Jerome getting a podium on track, but of course he can't stay within the track, so is it really on track? Anyway, P5 for Jerome. Ferg, podium for the driver who wasn't even supposed to race until 2 minutes in. And Martin, P4. Ginger, P7, even though he got spun around. Well done to him. Zach, the home hero, on 19 lap old mediums. P8, after that bottling lap 1. Blue Racer, P9 with his excuses in the chat. Pituka P10, Miku P11 as he started, or is it P11? Will Kazizel make the move? He goes down the inside, but no. Kazizel's AI actually got ahead of him on penalties, so that's Miku for you, everyone. Getting beaten by an AI. And here we are, Pharaoh Fury, final corner. Is a guest reserve today for the final race. We had to get some goats in, and Pharaoh Fury was perfectly fit for the job. And I took Yados, the other AlphaTauri driver, last for the final race in FRL for this game. And yeah, that was so annoying to commentate for my voice. Knoof, driver of the day, deserved. And Jeroen is on the podium celebrating his win. And here we go then. Jeroen P1, Knoof P2, and also Jeroen also got the fastest lap with a 1:30.6. Ferg P3, Martin P4, Kyle P5, Jeroen P6, Ginger P7, Zach P8, Bottle, Blue Racer P9. And he says that he finished ahead of Miku in the standings, which really isn't that hard, really. Patuka P10, that's the top 10 for you. The Rage Quit Shizou driver P11, Miku P12, who got beaten by a Rage Quit Shizou driver and an AI. Atukia Dogs P13, Pharaoh Fury P14, Retirements Cones, Liam and Mark. I expected Mark, but not these two. Disgraceful. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a pleasure commentating, even though I didn't say so during the races. And from all of us at FRL, we hope you sign up next season. And to quote whoever wrote the sign up message for season 9, ABS is definitely, unequivocally for pussies. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. I've been FRL Rotation. Hopefully we'll see you next season. Goodbye.